Hello there. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. I'm really sorry I didn't get a chance to post a video on Friday. I was hoping to the Tiger Who Came for Tea, but sadly, time wasn't permitting. But I'm delighted to say I've got my books lined up for this week, and the first one is The Squirrels Who Squabbled. Grown-ups, this might be something you might be able to relate to if you've got more than one child at home with you at the moment. And this is by Rachel Bright and Jim Field. So, The Squirrels Who Squabbled. In a towering forest where summers had been, the cool air bit fresh and mosses grew green. And as autumn edged in and the sky raged red, the sleepiest creatures got ready for bed. While up in a tree swung a flighty young squirrel, who everyone knew as Spontaneous Cyril. Now, most foresty folk had seen to their needs through the plentiful months of mushrooms and seeds. Hopefully you can see that okay. They'd built up their stores so they'd all be well fed through the frosting of winter that glittered ahead. But Cyril, he lived in the now and the here. He'd adventured and partied his way through the year, so his cupboard was empty, his hollow was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. You can see, look, he's even tipping at his cereal box. But wait, what was that? Over there, take a look, a single lone pine cone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight, and for a very good reason. For inside were the very last nuts of the season. But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, Planhead Bruce had his sights on the prize. Though he'd gathered a mountain of bounty hard fought, Bruce was convinced he was one pine cone short. I simply must have it, he wistfully cried, as he dreamt of the fresh juicy pine cones inside. Look, he's already got lots. Way more than Spontaneous Cyril. So as Cyril set off on his way to the ground, Bruce, he was also last pinecone bound. They sprinted and scurried with no time to gamble. They scratched at the bark in their scampering scramble. There you see, both of them scuttling up the big tree. But their picnic and haste shook the tips of the spruce, and the pinecone it trembled, and then it came loose. Look, it's fallen away. Both squirrels gave chase at a lightning pace. This was the start of a wild, nutty race. It's mine, shouted Cyril. No, mine, hollered Bruce. You don't stand a chance. Give up. It's no use. I'm hungry, cried Cyril. This cone is not yours. Stay back, shouted Bruce. This cone's for my store. It boinged over bushes and flew through the air. It binged on the nose of a slumbering bear. It bounced over boulders, then came to a stop. Then teetered and wobbled and quivered and, I wonder, plop. Both squirrels followed. Oh, the water was fast. Would they learn that they needed each other at last? But each was intent on how he could win, so they didn't quite notice the bird sweeping in. Cyril and Bruce, they watched in dismay as their cone disappeared, up, and away. Come back, shouted Cyril. They're our nuts, exclaimed Bruce. All hope was gone. It was simply no use. And meanwhile, they drifted right up to the ledge. Greed, it was diving them over the edge. Sorry, this picture's a bit sideways. Cyril and Bruce, they had, I can't read it on there either. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They'd squandered their chances to team up and share. Would their nutty young hopes simply end in despair? Bruised and bedraggled, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed at a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce with the other, he heaved and he huffed. Look, he's finally helping him, and dragged him to safety with panting and puffs. They stared at the sky, quite lost in deep thought, until Bruce looked at Cyril and let out a snort. "How silly we are," he proclaimed, all a jiggle. "How greedy I've been," spluttered Bruce with a giggle. "We shall change from today. May the squabbling cease. We should celebrate, seeing we're both in one piece." From that day and forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end the best thing to share is a laugh with a friend. I love that picture at the end. See, look, they're chuckling while that same bird is flying away with their pine cone. They see the funny side of it. And a friend could be, believe it or not, your brother and sister. So it just goes to show, perhaps if you do work together and help one another, you can get along too. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.